Okay, welcome back, guys. So this week we are going to be doing some spring crafts. So I'm going to be working on a bottle cap flower, and we are also going to be using some gel paints, which you will be receiving in your package this week. You will also be using watercolors, which you should already have at home, a marker for your stem. I will be sending some glue dots for you. These will go on the bottle caps, on the back of the bottle caps. And you will also want a cup of water for your paintbrush and a paper towel for the side for when you want to switch colors. So first we are going to work on our background. In your package you will be receiving a watercolor paper. It's very firm, so this will be something easy to work on. If you might be heavy-handed with your paintbrush and have too much water, this will be really good because it'll soak it up and might not bend as much. So let me put what I don't need to the side, and we are going to focus on painting our background first. It's always good to have a nice clear workstation so your mind is free and ready to work on whatever comes to mind. So I'm gonna wet my paintbrush first, and so since I'm gonna have a flower, I want to have a outdoor background. I'm gonna start with some green towards the bottom of my watercolor sheet. So I'm gonna get our green color nice and wet. Let's see, I like how that's coming out. So I prefer to turn it sideways. If you want, you could put this on top of your paper towel so that you don't have to feel confined to an area. And start with your grass. I like how that looks there. Now I'm gonna go into my blue sky. I wanted to pat off whatever green was left over. If you don't want to use acrylic, if you don't want to use watercolor, you can use acrylic paints. You could even color in your background with any markers or crayons, whatever makes you happy, because this is your work of art and you gotta do what makes you happy. Some people prefer to work with color pencils or markers, because some mediums are a little easier than others. Or you maybe just don't want to make a mess with paint, so you would prefer to use a crayon. I'm gonna leave a little corner empty because I want to put a nice yellow sun there. Ooh, nice and bright. Put some orange into my sun to give it some more definition. Make it a little bit warmer. And I might just go back in with my blue to brighten up my sky a bit more, saturate it, maybe going with a more dry brush. The more wet your watercolor is, the lighter the color will come out. So if you want the color to stick out more, try to use a drier brush with just very little water on it, and also give it layers. That helps always. I'm also gonna touch up my grass. To the side, and the next step would be adding our glue dots to the back of our bottle cap. So I'm going to put this watercolor board to the side and let it dry off because I want to ensure that the glue dots have a nice surface to dry on. I'm gonna let my paper towel dry as well. So I didn't mention this at the beginning, but you're gonna need a pair of scissors if you like, or depending on how you receive your glue dots. So I have mine on a strip right here. So you can either go one by one and adding them to the back of your bottle caps. You could go like that, just press on to your glue dot, peel it off, and always put it the open part down so that it doesn't stick to your surface. Or you can cut each dot individually and add them onto your bottle cap. Whichever you prefer. Some of you may receive your glue dots on a sheet, so they'll be easy to separate, and some of you will receive it like how I had it, on a strip. So like I said, press it on, peel off. Always group your pieces of leftover together so you can throw it out and not leave a mess. Put that out the wrong way. It almost went onto my finger and not my bottle cap. Okay. And then here is my last one. Oh, see? That was my mistake. I put that one face down and it stuck onto my surface. So let me just get another. Okay, so here is my replacement one. So just be careful at home because we sent the exact amount. If you do end up losing a glue dot, you could always just use regular glue. You could use a glue stick or regular Elmer's glue, which is the white one that we usually get. So now I'm gonna check on my board to see if it's a little dry. Still has a few wet spots. And now you can see my little fingerprints in it, maybe. So I'm gonna let that dry for a few more minutes, and then we're gonna go in and add our bottle caps. Okay, so now we are going to work on the last steps of our bottle cap flower. So I already have my glue dots onto my flower. These are gonna be the petals. These clear caps are the petals, and that is what's going to take the gel paints. So I'm going to assemble it first. I'm going to assemble my the center of the flower will be a colorful cap. This one we will not be painting unless you decide to, but the goal is to leave this one empty to separate it from the rest of the flower. So I'm going to put it near the center of in the center of my background, and then I'm gonna assemble the rest of the petals, which are the clear caps. So you'll be receiving 6 clear caps and 1 colorful one for each person, and so you'll have a total of 7. So like I said, 6 clear and 1 colorful. The way that's looking, it's so adorable. Once we add color, it's gonna stick out even more. Beautiful. So I'm going to go in. So everybody's gonna be receiving 2 gel colors. So you could either use one, you can use both. it's up to you what you decide that you want to do for your petals. So I'm gonna try to use both just to see how it would look. So I have a blue color, and I also have a, I think this is red, if I'm not mistaken. I have a red color. So this is my paintbrush from earlier and my cup of water from earlier. I will be using this to take off the old color when I want to use a new one. So you don't really need too much gel because a little goes a long way. And we're going to paint the centers of our clear bottle caps. So I'm going to paint every other petal red. So we'll have 3 red and 3 blue. I just a little bit more to my first one because I was a little too light on my hands. So now I'm going to wash off that color. I'm also going to cap off my paint so that it does not spill if I accidentally hit it or dry out. And then I'm going to work with my blue paint. Again, always clean your paintbrush when you want to switch colors. I like how it looks already. And I like that the blue, my center is a blue bottle cap. Everybody will be receiving a different color. Not everybody's will be blue. Some may be blue, some may be red, orange, gold. We had some silver bottle caps. So it will look great against these gel paints. Because look at how vibrant this blue and this red is. Oh, I'll put some on my red petal, but it looks okay. So you have the option of painting them off of your board and letting them dry, then putting it back on. So you could, stretch out your activity. You could, paint the background with your watercolors, let that dry, paint your bottle caps, and let that dry, come back, revisit it, and assemble the flower. So it's whatever you choose, whatever makes you happy. So I'm done with my paintbrush. I don't want to ruin it by leaving it in water too long, so I'm gonna, continue to dry this off. And I have one cap over here that the blue is spreading. Let's just see, maybe my paintbrush was a little too wet when I painted that one. Let's add some more. So after you are done with your petals, we're gonna go in and we're going to add a stem. So I'm gonna add a stem between these 2 bottle caps. I like to always give it a little curve and add a leaf to give it some more definition. It's up to you what you'd like to do with your artwork. It's just something I enjoy. And there we go. Here is our bottle cap flower. I hope you guys enjoy. Always take as much artistic liberty that comes to mind and just enjoy the process.